All right, let's go out to Bend, Oregon. Not bend over, but Bend, Oregon, and talk to Elise. What's up, Elise?
Hi, Dr. John.
What's up?
Doing good. Hi, Dr. John. Can you hear me? Doing good.
I can. Yeah, I can hear you great.
Okay, so I appreciate you taking my call. I've been really stressed for the past year, it seems like.
What's going on?
My question is, am I in a emotionally abusive relationship and controlling relationship, or is this all just a misunderstanding and I'm actually the problem?
Okay, hold on. Before you ask, I want to know what you think. Actually, not even what you think. Like, put your hand on your belly right now, on your tummy. What does your gut tell you?
My gut tells me there's something very wrong here, but I keep holding on to maybe not. Maybe I just don't know what a good relationship should be like.
Okay. So before you tell me what's going on, have you ever had reason to doubt you?
In relationships, absolutely.
Okay. So your self-doubt is well earned. You've made mistakes in the past and you don't think you're very trustworthy right now?
Just maybe my level of maturity or how I react to situations might be my biggest issue that I need to work on.
Okay, that's super fair, man. That's very self-aware of you. That's awesome. All right, so what's going on that you're wondering, am I the problem?
So I've been with my boyfriend for a year and a half. He's very, very attentive, which is one of the things that drew me to him. I don't think guys are usually that attentive as he is. So I felt as the luckiest girl alive for a while. But a little bit into dating, he, I guess I wouldn't communicate with him enough. And by that, I mean, I would wake up in the morning and go to work sometimes, and I wouldn't say good morning right away. I would say good morning at 9 a.m. instead of 8 or instead of at 7 when I woke up. And
are y'all living together, or were you just in your own apartment and you would just go to work?
Yeah, just in my own apartment, and I would go to work, just going about normal life things. And he needs to be in constant communication. Like the moment I wake up, I need to talk to him. And early on in our relationship, he almost broke up with me because he said he felt like an afterthought. And to me, that was wild because he's the only person that I would spend any time with. We would see each other almost every day. I would communicate, text with him, daily, constantly. And so when he told me that and he was about to break up with me because he felt like an afterthought, I tripled down on the amount of attention that I would give him, and I just made sure that I was in constant communication. I mean, every 5 to 10 minutes, I kid you not. To me, it seems excessive, but I thought, okay, maybe if I do this, he'll feel a little bit more secure in the relationship. He's been burned before, he's been cheated on, yada, yada. So I want to make him feel secure and see that I'm all in, that I'm all about him, and he doesn't have to worry. But after a while...
He moved the finish line, right?
I'm sorry?
He just moved the finish line.
Yes, yeah. After a while, I noticed that it just, no matter how much effort I would put in, he would still be like really suspicious of me, of everything that I would do. And even if he knew I was at home, just sitting at home doing chores or whatever, he wanted me to list out exactly all the things that I was doing.
Elise, run. And I hate to say that to you because I know that you like this person and I know that you're invested in this person. Yeah. I wish you could see the eyes of the women that are looking at me right now. They look like saucers, like wide-eyed.
That's what everybody tells me.
Yes, and here's what I want to. Here's the most important thing about what you're walking through. And it has absolutely nothing to do with him. Okay? I want to take him completely out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the first 6 months. You really liked this guy, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you grew to really
he could be the one.
You started making plans with this guy. Like secretly, right? You started developing pictures of, oh, this is going to be like, right?
Yeah.
And you expressed that in a way that was whole and good for you. You really fell for somebody.
Yeah.
And they looked at you and said, you're not enough. The way you feel whole and good is not enough for me. You have to be more.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, this could be text messages. You have to text me 15 times a day. I text you 5 times a day. I text nobody in my life. Nobody. And I text you 5.
Right.
And it's
20
like, no,
minutes go by and he'll question it.
That's right. And that can be sexual. That can be financial. That can be questioning every second of you, like everything about you. And the reason, like when you said I tripled down and I kind of held my breath because I was almost positive what was going to happen. If it had been you, now here's like the pushback I'm going to get from people listening is this. When I got married to my wife, I didn't know certain things. I didn't know you have to wash your sheets once a month. Good grief, are we crazy? Right? I didn't know. And my wife told me, like, hey, in my house, we're going to wash our sheets every week because you're gross. And I was like, okay, awesome. And I came towards, right? There was a finish line there. This is what we're going to do. And I was like, awesome, I'm in it. When you said you tripled down, he moved the finish line on you. All right, fine. I'm going to text you 15 times a day. And then within a week or two, 15 times isn't enough. Now I want to see your texts. I want to GPS locate you on my phone. Because what he's trying to do is use you to fill some sort of void he's got.
Yep.
You are a drug. You are a Xanax for him. And he's got to keep taking more and more and more and more. And he doesn't care if it kills you in the process.
That's what it feels like, definitely.
It is. And I could hear you talking as you don't talk about this enough out loud with your friends because I could hear as you were talking, it was finally all starting to come out a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've started hiding it from people, the extent of it.
Please don't. Please don't. Can I ask you why? Like, let's say you call him today and break up. And there's that deep grief. What's scary about that moment for you? Because it's deeper than just a breakup for you.
I don't know. I was just really holding on to the idea that I could have something good with him. But sometimes I think if we were to break up, I would be hurting for a while, but I'd ultimately be doing a lot better.
Do you believe that? Because I think you're worth a lot better. Whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you to run. I'm not in the business of breaking up relationships. And so if you want to stay, here's your only path forward. A sit-down conversation where you say, I love you. We've been together for 1.5 years. And you've got to go do your own work because I can't be responsible for making you feel better. It's not my job. Mm-hmm. Number 2, I will text you 3 times a day, period. And if that's not good enough for you, then we're done. Then you are choosing to not be in a relationship with me. I will tell you where I'm, like when I'm headed out with my friends, you're not going to geolocate me on your phone. You're not going to come by my house in the middle of the night and check on my car. You're not going to go through my texts and you're not going to go through my receipts. And if that's not okay, if you need that to be whole, then you're choosing to not be in a relationship with me because I can't live like this. Because your dating relationship is like I was watching Homeland last week when I was sick. Like it's like a CIA investigation all the time, 24/7, 365. Those are exhausting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm under scrutiny.
Yeah. Have you cheated on him, Elise?
No.
Are you hiding money from him?
Absolutely not.
I don't believe you. Of course you're not, right? And you should not have to spend every second of your life as though you are. You get to decide whether I'm staying or going. I'm going to ask you with all of my heart. I'm not going to beg you, but I'm going to get really close. You know you're in an unsafe relationship, whether it's physical, whether it's sexually unsafe, or whether it is psychologically or emotionally unsafe, when you start hiding parts of it from your closest friends. When you stop telling the truth to the people who you know have your best interest at heart. When you have that little flash of, I think everything in my life would be better. It would suck for a while, but everything in my life would be better if this was gone. I want you to put your hand on your belly and feel that and believe it, because I think you're right. I think you're right. And if you choose to stay, I want you to be really honest about what you need, not the triple down version plus the triple down times 2 times 8, not that version. I want you to be really firm about what you believe and what you need to be whole. And I want you to put that on the table and say, this is who you're with. This is what I'm worth, and this is what I need. I can't keep living under an investigation, under a microscope. And maybe he'll go, oh my gosh, you're right. I'm going to go to counseling and I'm going to get better. But I think you and I both know probably not. Make a call, but I want you to make the call knowing this. You're worth something better than what you're experiencing right now. And I hope for the first time in a long time, you'll listen to that voice way down deep trying to keep Elise safe. Whew. And reach out to your friends and start telling them the truth. Hey guys, this isn't getting better. It's actually getting worse. I need somebody to hold my hand through this process because I think it's going to be kind of rocky. But you're worth being loved, and that means you're worth being whole. And you're worth telling the truth.